and observes that his grandpa, Grandmaster Hyun Guang, seems to be in good spirits. Relieved, Mujin comments to Abbot Hyun Chun that their hasty return seemed unnecessary, and it appears they were overreacting. However, Abbot Hyun Chun, though reassured by the atmosphere, still wonders what exactly is going on. As Mujin opens the door, both he and Abbot Hyun Chun are taken aback by the strong smell of meat inside. Hyun Guang, in a lighthearted mood, remarks that he never imagined he would experience such worldly pleasures and jokingly expresses that he doesn't think he will easily abandon all of this enjoyment to attain Buddhahood. He directs the comment to Hyun Gong, calling him the disciplined court leader. Hyun Gong, clearly uncomfortable with the remark, chooses not to respond further and turns to leave. Hyun Guang, still in a relaxed and slightly playful mood, thanks him for understanding and then turns his attention to Mujin, inviting him to come in. Mujin and Abbot Hyun Chun, still stunned by the sight of Hyun Guang eating meat, are visibly shocked by the unexpected behavior. Mujin, unable to hold back his confusion, asks his grandpa what is happening. Hyun Guang responds calmly, explaining that he is strengthening his body. Mujin, irritated by his grandfather Hyun Guang's smug expression, thinks to himself how annoying that look is. He turns to the disciplined court leader, Hyun Gong, seeking an explanation. Hyun Gong, avoiding eye contact with both Mujin and Abbot Hyun Chun, explains that it was Grandmaster Hyun Guang who insisted on eating all the food. He himself hadn't touched any of it. Hyun Guang then defends both Mujin and Abbot, explaining that despite his inactivity, he already feels the benefits of eating meat. He emphasizes that neither Mujin nor Abbot Hyun Chun has done anything wrong and states that this is why he summoned them back. He couldn't bear to leave those who had helped him confined in a cave. Abbot Hyun Chun, still cautious, seeks confirmation and asks if that's truly the case. Hyun Guang affirms it, saying everything is fine now that they've returned. He then directs Mujin to resume his training and invites the abbot to stay and chat, adding that Hyun Gong has no interest in speaking with him. Abbot Hyun Chun, however, politely declines, citing his mounting workload and suggesting that Mujin remain instead. Before he can finish, Mujin quickly excuses himself, and Abbot Hyun Chun, surprised, asks where he's off to. Eventually, Mujin learns the full story behind the situation from Biob Jian. Mujin was stunned, muttering to himself that Hyun Guang had been so close to reaching nirvana but was derailed by his attachment to the taste of meat. He decided to let go of his thoughts for the time being, realizing not everything that happened was negative. Biob Jian then informed him that he'd brought the equipment Mujin had requested from the Arhut Hall leader, which Mujin was pleased to hear. As they arrived at the training grounds, Biob Jian confirmed that Mujin could start strength training there. Mujin was surprised to see monks training with dumbbells and various exercise equipment, marveling that such a scene was unfolding in the Shaolin Temple of this era. Just before leaving, Biob Jian mentioned some equipment they weren't sure how to use, asking Mujin to teach the others. Excited, Mujin agreed, his enthusiasm growing as he examined the training gear. He thought, this isn't quite like the gym I used to have, but it's great, it brings back memories. A place to work with iron and sweat to build up strength. Mujin's focus is interrupted when he overhears Muyul asking Mugung for guidance on using a piece of equipment. Mugung suggests they wait for Mujin to arrive, prompting Mujin to approach and greet them. Noticing that Mu Kyung is absent, Mujin asks if he's training elsewhere. Mugung explains that Mu Kyung found the training difficult and is likely practicing on his own. Muyul, seeing Mujin, teasingly asks if he's finally out of jail. Mujin, brushing off the comment, responds, "Don't call it jail." Noticing a piece of equipment, Mugung asks Mujin if it's also meant for exercise and how to use it. Mujin recognizes the item as a tire and, with a bit of humor, corrects himself by calling it a rubber wheel. Preparing to demonstrate, Mujin explains that the exercise involves lifting one side of the wheel and flipping it repeatedly. He mentally draws a parallel to the modern tire flip exercise, feeling a sense of accomplishment at incorporating an innovative training method using the temple's limited resources. Mujin, after testing the weight of the rubber wheel, estimated it to be around 150 kilograms. He explained to Mugung that using this for exercise would train not only the lower body, but the entire body, helping with strength distribution. Offering Mugung a turn, Mujin asked if he wanted to try it out. Mugung, feeling challenged, asked if Mujin thought he couldn't handle it. Mujin warned, jokingly, that he would strike his head 10 times if he used inner energy, to which Mugung insisted he wouldn't cheat. At that moment, Muyul interrupted, calling for Mujin's attention with a question. Before Mujin could explain, Muyul suddenly started running, leaving Mujin puzzled, who asked what he was doing. Muyul replied that he was playing around with the